Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Late Night with Sohail Hashmi. Always a pleasure to be here with you. And in our research today, we have a fantastic actress, a little bit of a Meryl Streep of Pakistan, if I may say so. And it seems to me that she is going to be seen internationally a lot throughout the world. Her name is Mashal Khan. Mashal, how are you?
I'm well, Sonia. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Looking lovely. Absolutely
Thank you.
gorgeous.
So you were matching, I think.
Yes,
today.
yes, I think we are. I did it on purpose.
You didn't know what I was wearing.
We have photographs in that wonderful Kareem that you came in.
I came in my own car.
Right, right, okay. So how are you? How is life?
Everything's good. Same old work.
Achha, I understand, because I came back from Islamabad about a week ago. I went there for 5 days and came back after 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It was the greenery. It was green all over the place.
Yeah.
A little bit like that shirt.
Yeah.
And so I thought, oh, I could live here. But then again, the fear of being away from Karachi where it's all happening. How is it like for you? Do you want to make a change?
I love Islamabad. I try my best to spend most of my time there to prioritize projects that are based in Islamabad. So I do believe in the zodiac a lot, very strongly. So I'm an air sign.
Zodiac?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. That's interesting.
So, like every zodiac sign has their own affiliations with certain elements. I'm an air sign, I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
So I feel like when I'm in Islamabad and there's so much greenery around and there's the mountains and you can just go up in them and be there in the sky, in nature, I really, really enjoy that.
You do. Now, I enjoy it too, but I have this feeling that day after day after day after day, oh my God, I'm bored, sick of this. I need some action. I want to be near a city, or I want to be in Karachi, or I want to be in the lovely Khadda market, or I want to, go to Badr Commercial, that beautiful romantic place, You don't have these type of feelings, or you think it won't happen?
Absolutely not, no.
I'm going to do it 6 months here and 6 months there. I'm going to try it out. So that I don't, and then if this one is better, then maybe a few months there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay, good luck.
No. Oh, thank you very much. I feel like the conversation. Well, thank you very much indeed for coming. It's been a real pleasure.
I was like, wait,
It was really great, great interview. Serious, let's talk about, there's a section here which we call Deepings, where we do talk about deep subjects, and we,
deep subjects, okay.
deep, and we go really deep into it. I wanted to ask you, the casting couch.
Yeah.
The casting couch.
Yeah.
Does it, I became American for a second, does it actually exist here in Pakistan?
It does, but they dare not even try with me. I feel like when I go in, like I have like my canines out and I have my look and they're just like, okay, maybe not with this one, next. But they don't even bother with me.
No, I'm really happy to know that, because I would like to see this thing totally eradicated. Of course, everybody would.
Yeah.
But just wanted to know what techniques, so if someone's trying to be funny with you, do you have any examples of that? आप इतनी अच्छी लग रही हैं, हम बात करेंगे, we'll meet in the evening somewhere. Or has there been any kind of,
Yeah, there have been times when producers have been like, oh, you should come by for a drink. I'm like, why? And then they're like, we could just chat. I'm like, we're chatting now in your office with other people. So, but like, I think it might be fun. I'm like, I don't think it'll be fun.
It might be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that would be fun. Why would I not want to hang out with my friends instead? Why would I hang out with you, who's probably older than my father, and like, gross? Why?
Right.
So they try a few times and they realize कि इसके साथ दाल नहीं गलने वाली, and then they don't bother.
No, this is very good, because I was having an interview yesterday with another actor, actress, and she said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
And make a face, And so the guy said, oh, okay, we don't want, fine, thank you very much. So no, it's good to know.
So the only thing you can change the situation is yourself.
Right.
And obviously you can't change an entire system. But what you can do is make sure that you don't help facilitate that system and you don't help it to continue.
Okay. Now, when I look at you, you look to me like you're either, you could be Russian, you could be Swedish, you could be one of those, you've got one of those faces which is a classic Hollywood as well.
Thank you.
So you look to me like you could be from there or you're working from there.
Yeah.
You know, and so do a lot of people also ask you as to a mixed race or?
Yeah, so a lot of people do ask me that, and sometimes producers actually get quite cross with me.
Achha.
And they're like, there's no relatability with you.
Achha.
You look too foreign. I'm like, so you want to watch them on Netflix, but then you don't want to like put them in your own dramas, even though obviously like I don't think looks have anything to do with, like for example, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, right? He does so well.
Yes.
I don't think it has anything to do with his looks. Shah Rukh Khan, like superstar. Yeah. Nothing to do with his looks.
Could be one of our very good-looking dental painters, you know, in Badr commercial. He's a nice, ordinary face, but the way that the charisma.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about the charisma.
I hate how much they try to focus on an actor's looks rather than their skills. And I think that is why we have more people that are just faking it rather than acting.
So when you are on set, is it very easy for you to learn your lines, or do you feel that a lot of directors tell you what to do, or do you feel that you're basically now, there's a certain genre that you're in, which again can be pretty bad, because if you're a hit in something, they want to use that for the rest of your life. Yeah. Till you die, you have to be doing that part because you were so good in that part. You know?
Yeah. So, well, actually, whenever I'm signing a project, I have sessions with the director before where I sit and read the script, we discuss it, so that we're on the same page about the character. So once I come to set, like, and if I have any questions, I'll contact my director. I'll ask him if I'm on the right track, if there's anything he wants me to change, so that when I come to set and when I'm reading my line, I have that freedom to explore as an actor. So I think not that many I don't think any of my directors has really disagreed with the way I've acted out a character. And lines for me are, I think, really easy to learn because it's kind of, I started in theatre, so we used to have to learn entire plays, right? So compared to that, learning like a 5-page scene is like tick, 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 okay, done, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, now an interesting question that has just come to mind while looking at you and your ideas and your thoughts about acting. What are the things, if you could change within the industry, वो चीजें जो आप बदल सकती थी, वो क्या चीजें हैं जो आप शायद बदलना चाहें इस हमारी industry में?
Firstly, I think I'd stop the whole romanticization of like Stockholm syndrome, which is there in all of our dramas. It's like the husband who's a horrible person and then has some kind of revelation in the end, and you're just like, oh, I love you, and everyone's like, yay. You're like, no, darling, you have Stockholm syndrome. You should get a therapist, man. You should not be married to that dude.
You should get a therapist.
Yeah, seriously. And other than that, I think I would add more genres so that our actors, directors, makeup artists, everyone have more room to play. Because you don't see, I don't even remember the last time I saw a trailer in Pakistan for something that's like more in the genre of action. You know, like I want to be able to have the chance where someone asks me, do you want to do your own stunts? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, you know, you're playing with guns and you're in like car chases and stuff like that, so that we get out of the whole drawing room and room thing and just get out into the open.
Yes, yes. So these are the things that you'd like to change. In fact, you've touched my heart as well on this thing, because I think about 10 odd years ago I did a detective series. Now, because I'm born and brought up in London, no greatness there, but you know, I've been brought up with Man from U.N.C.L.E. and you know, Mission Impossible. I don't want to really talk to you about my age. But you know, you've been brought up with that, so you want to do that. And by the time I did that, it was too much beyond what was there 10 years ago. Now I think they're ready for it, because now they can understand what satellites are and other things that happen.
Yes,
you know, now
I agree.
the right time is. But it's good to see that you as a lady would be interested in action and stunts and all the rest of it.
I'm actually a trained kickboxer. and I've done horse riding for years.
But I'm really scared of you now.
You should
You're
be.
scaring me now.
You should be.
You're scaring
That's
me.
my every intention.
Why do you scare me like this?
I think intimidation tactics are great.
Well, I'm definitely intimidated by your beautiful classic looks. So that is something that I am intimidated with. We're going to go to the next section now. And this section is called Try Not to Laugh.
Okay.
Where I'm going to try and do pretty stupid, silly things.
Okay.
And if you laugh, I win. If you don't laugh, then you win.
Okay.
Are you ready?
It's 5 seconds.
Are you really ready, Mashal?
I'm ready.
All right. You just have to lean in a little bit and hopefully eye-to-eye contact. There we go.
Okay.
I win.
Gross.
That's one. Okay.
Okay.
Was it really gross? Okay. Okay. Right, let me see now. What's that sound?
An electric toothbrush.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a vibrator. Well done. Good. I don't keep it for myself, but you know,
Okay, cool.
Anyway, that's number 2. Number 3. You win. Let me see. Number 4. A little bit.
I win.
Huh? You
I win that one.
Okay. So 2, well, all right. If you insist, yes. Oh, you just laughed. I win. Okay. Sorry, I have to win all the time. I have to win. I think, yes, because you're very intimidating. Do you have a therapist?
I do.
You do?
Of course.
And you admit it?
Of course.
But people don't admit it here.
Why?
They say, no, we're not mad. We don't have a therapist.
We're actors. We carry around so many different people's emotions all day long. You have to have a therapist.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Internationally even, like all of the actors, even in Bollywood.
They do.
Everyone
they say, well,
has therapists.
बड़ी आसानी से ये कहते हैं कि oh, I'm going to go and see my analyst. And everybody, that's it, isn't it? But over here, it's a thing, oh, नहीं, counselor को नहीं मिलेंगे, नहीं,
well, have fun, like, traumatizing your children in the future then.
Okay. Talking about traumatizing your children, I understand you're single?
Yes.
Congratulations. How did you manage that? That must have been fantastic.
It's really like, you know how when you're playing like Baraf Pani and you're just kind of dodging everyone? It's kind of like that.
What about the parents? What do they say? Beti shadi kar lo, or the parents are pretty okay about it?
No, they're pretty chill about it.
Okay.
I mentally prepared them from like a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to ask you your age.
I'm 24.
Huh?
I'm 24.
24. Okay.
Born in 97.
You talk more like a 86-year-old because you're so mature.
Thank you.
But you look young.
You.
I mean, what I'm saying, you're a nice old soul, as I would say. So, are you currently in a relationship?
No.
Would you like to be?
No.
Okay. I don't know why I had a feeling that maybe you were in a relationship. I don't know why did I
What
think
gave
that?
you that feeling?
You did. Okay.
I'm very private about my private life.
Hmm.
So I don't think I ever really give any signals as to what's going on in my life. But I mean, I work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, so
You must be really loving your work.
I do. I'm married to it.
Good. Marriage. Oh, that's a nice concept, marriage.
Is it?
Would you consider marrying? I mean, not me.
What are the circumstances? How dangerous is the person? Am I being held at gunpoint?
Right, okay. So it seems to me not at the moment is your
I would say
answer
so.
to this. I may be a couple of weeks older than you in my life, say a couple of weeks. But I do really feel bad about certain people now, what has happened after all these years, where, you know, marriage is now looked upon as something that not as interesting as it would have been years ago. Do you think that people need to change, or do you think it's the whole constitution of marriage?
I think just the same way that, you know, people just have different personalities. I think the same way different things work for different people. So if marriage works for someone, great. If it doesn't, great. Just follow your heart and don't get forced into anything.
About the future, how do you feel about the projects that you're in at the moment, and what projects are you doing at the moment?
I'm doing 3 projects currently, 4 actually. So there's Parizad, which is on air right now, which is doing really well. My co-actor Ahmed is just brilliant. You should actually give it a look if you get the time.
Yes.
There's Kissa Meherbano Ka, in which I'm with Mashal Khan and Zaib Rahman, and they're wonderful.
Okay.
And there's Lifafa season 2, which is a web series. The first season did really well, so we're going in for a season 2. And then there's a little rom-com called College Gate.
Right.
So yeah, they're cute, sweet projects. Lifafa is the one I'm definitely most excited for. Lifafa and Parizad.
Why Lifafa?
Lifafa because as an actor, I got a lot of room to explore myself. It was, I felt like I came to the director and I asked him, I was like, okay, sir, like, what do you want from this character? He was like, oh, I don't care. Like, there's a reason I hired you, just go play. And I was like, it was like leaving a child in like an amusement park.
Okay.
I was just like bouncing off the walls. I was so excited.
Right.
So it just gave me that freedom and that liberty as an actor, which I feel like we don't have on TV because of, you know, there's certain regulations, there's certain authorities that don't allow us to do certain things. And the TV audience is very critical. So, yeah.
Do you feel, from what I was getting from you, that a lot of projects are now being done from Islamabad, or do you think the bulk of the projects are here in Karachi?
Bulk is definitely still in Karachi, but there are more productions coming up in Islamabad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, apart from acting, which you seem to love, do you feel yourself being pulled into maybe going into direction or production? Do you have any, which you may not have thought about before, but is there a certain pull, or being a writer within the industry? Is there something that...
I think maybe I would like to be involved in production because I feel like I can guess when the audience is going to pick something out. I'm good at tying up loose ends. So I might be able to help with production, but I don't think I would want to switch. I really love acting.
Mashal dear, what a lovely smile.
Thank you.
Beautiful lips.
Thank you.
Lovely eyes.
Thanks.
I want to take you back to a time
Okay.
when you weren't born. Okay? It was a beautiful time. Not that it changed after you were born, but it was a beautiful time because there used to be in the city of Karachi trams.
Yes.
It used to be very clean. The roads used to be washed. वो सफाइयाँ करते थे. Okay, we're talking about the mid and late 60s and early 70s.
Yeah.
But now, you don't want to live in Karachi anymore. You don't like Karachi anymore. Tell me why.
So, when I was growing up, I remember there are 2 times that I remember very distinctly. One when MQM was in power, and one when Musharraf was in power.
Yes.
So when Musharraf was in power, so I'm very pro-army. Right. I really, really love the army, and I will hear nothing against them, by the way.
So I love the army.
Okay, great, good. You should.
We both.
They do a lot for us.
If it wasn't for them, I don't know whether we'd be here. I mean,
we wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
We really wouldn't. So Musharraf's time was great.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was curfew and all these things, and of course, a lot of our parents cursed it at the time. But now looking back, you think that Karachi was a much, much better city when there was, because I feel like Karachi is, it's a loose cannon. You kind of just really need to control it. And then came the MQM phase. And when the MQM phase came, I remember like, we couldn't even go to the stationery store because it was so dangerous, even though we lived in areas like defense. And so now I see us going back to that, except now it's not like, I feel like before with MQM, it was more still toward lower middle class and such. But now I feel like there's a lot of dirt creeping into the so-called elite crowd. So because there's this whole thing going on about cocaine, there's like people are just crazy about drugs these days, and I don't understand what it is that, you know, these things make you ugly. They're gonna like probably kill you. They'll ruin all of your personal relationships, your teeth, your health, your hair, your skin, your beauty, bye. And your money, of course. So I don't understand.
We cannot have our teeth not looking right.
No,
we cannot have that.
No.
I mean, just look at those teeth. I think a nice close-up on those teeth. Lovely.
Thank you. So I see that a lot of people, because of course, as I understand, cocaine is very expensive, right?
Okay, how much you bought? Oh, okay, go on, Karen. Yeah.
No, I don't do drugs at all. I stay away from them completely. I just don't agree with the whole concept. So now what started happening is, because of course now people want to do it every day because it's an addiction, right? This is a hard drug that people want to do. So that's really expensive. Most people don't want to spend mad amounts of money, but they still want to have access to it. So now what they're doing is they're actually welcoming very dangerous men into groups where there are regular girls, like young girls. Like, you know, we all go hang out with our friends, and you think that, like, you know, oh, it's just a regular hangout, but then you see this shady guy over there and then you're feeling weird. And then you realize that it's actually because one of your friends has invited them because in exchange for great company, he's probably going to hand out like free booze and free coke. And it's disgusting.
That won't happen in Islamabad?
So luckily I don't know anyone in Islamabad, so I don't hang out with anyone in Islamabad.
I'll ask the producer, maybe he'll give me some tips and maybe... anyway, okay, go on. Yeah.
So I don't hang out with anyone in Islamabad, and there's something about Islamabad, man. Maybe it's like the poppy seeds blowing in the air that makes you like sleepy by 10 p.m. but you want to be in bed by 11. Like, I don't know what it is.
The poppy seeds at 10 p.m. I think that's a pretty good one.
Because so someone was actually asking me, they were like, do you get really sleepy around 8 p.m. in Islamabad? And I was like, now that you mention it, I do. And then they explain the whole phenomenon of the poppy seeds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But whatever it is, it's a calmer city. I honestly don't think, I'm not a very social animal, not like a very social person. I'm not extroverted, I'm very introverted. So when I go to work during the day, I'm already interacting with so many people that I don't want to see anyone after that. I just want to go home, I want to read Ghalib, I want to maybe like have a cup of coffee, maybe like watch some Netflix, and then I want to go to bed and be ready for the day tomorrow.
You don't want to share any romantic time with
Absolutely not.
Why?
But the more space I give to someone else, the less space I have for myself.
Beautiful. I've got to that stage, being nearly twice your age. I've had to go through the whole lot and then find out. But what I'm finding is that young people like yourself, you know, have got there.
Because luckily we have older friends who've made so many mistakes, so we've had no choice but to learn from them.
Okay. Oh, lovely, lovely. I really am taken aback by what you have to say, because there's a lot of logic in it. Okay, now, because you're in the social scene and a lot of things happen, there are mean tweets or mean comments that people write. Do you actually ever get to see them, or do you ever get to... Does that happen?
Sometimes it might, like maybe if I'm scrolling on Instagram, then the notification pops up and you see it. But I don't think I really usually have time to go through my comments.
When you do see the odd one there, how do you feel about it?
Usually I find them funny. Sometimes I reply. Sometimes.
Okay.
Very rarely. Like maybe once in 8 months I'll reply to someone.
Now there's quite a few here. And one was sent by, I don't know whether I'm supposed to say the name, but let's just say Farha, and she says, Mashal Khan always sounds like she's drunk.
Well, actually that's, I think that's a great quality, because I think people sound pretty attractive or seductive when they're just the right amount of drunk. So Yeah, I think I have a nice sway to my voice, so thanks.
So
Learn from me.
Do you know that you are attractive and seductive?
I mean, I think I've been told enough times.
I think they're absolutely correct. You are attractive and seductive. Mashal, you are. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Let's find another one. Mashal Khan has a lot of skin treatments. She is just making fool. In fact, she's been having too many skin treatments.
Okay, well,
right.
Thank you. That they think that
Thank you.
I've gotten so many treatments when I barely have the time to wash my hair. But I developed this kidney problem when I was younger.
Oh, so there is something about it. Okay.
So I developed this kidney problem, and because of that, I kind of have to have ridiculous amounts of water. And I'm also vegan, so I think that's what makes my skin this way.
Oh, God.
But I wish I had as much time to go to the dermatologist. People clearly think I have, but I don't.
Right. It's because your skin glows, people think that you're a glowy person.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people just can't stand a positive, pretty person, right? It's like maybe try not being such a negative little bitch all the time, and your skin might clear up a bit.
Well, I'm really glad that I'm not a negative little bitch.
I am too.
No. That is amazing. This is what we have from the mean tweets. You've never given any mean comments to anyone, or you've never had to do anything negative to anyone. Do you feel, or you're just...
So I will never throw the first punch. But if someone wants to start a fight, I know how to finish it.
Okay. You were mentioning you're a kickboxer or something? Or
No, but not physically. I don't even need to go there.
Achha.
It's just like 3 sentences and they'll cry. So it's like...
Okay. Could you make a grown man cry?
If he pisses me off first, then sure.
Have you ever made a man cry?
Many more than I like to admit.
Okay. Give me one example if you possibly can. I'd like to know. So this is for all the men out there, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, of course, the famous ones, I won't take the names.
Mashal, kya hua, batao na.
Yahi hota hai, they want to get into a relationship and I'm just like, with you? But why? And they can't take it.
The funny thing about you, since I've been speaking about you, is the fact that you seem to be one of the characters out of Friends. Ek to you've got some sort of a you've got an American accent of some sort. I don't know how or where, whether you live there or not. But you seem to be one of those characters out of Friends.
Which one though? I hope I'm like...
You're a mix of one or two.
Which one?
Who would you think that you would like to be if you were a Friends character? Ladies and gentlemen.
I think I'd want to be Joey, but my friends apparently say I'm Ross, which I don't agree with.
Could you be a mix between them both and one of the girls?
That's like 3 characters, man.
3 of them in you. 3 of them. You're 3 of them. You're not just one.
The power of Friends. I hold it inside of me.
Ha, ha, ha.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. I can't see myself from the outside, right? So I don't think I'm like a fair judge.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not the usual Pakistani actress, and I'm not going to define what a Pakistani actress is, but you're not one of those. I would have said that you've studied abroad, or you've.
Because I think there's one basic thing. I just don't pretend to be something I'm not. You know, like a lot of them are just like, oh my God, holier than thou. I can do no harm. It's
but
like,
you're drunk all the time with skin treatments every 2 minutes.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So who are you kidding? Who are you kidding, woman?
Looking at you and looking at the beautiful classical you, I feel that we should do an act or a skit together. Would you be ready for that?
Let's do it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But are you really sure?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to be doing a skit. Let's do it.
Oh my God. Oh, what happened to my accent?
What's on my head? Okay. Acha.
Strange. Okay.
Mashal.
That is not my name.
No, we're doing a film noir. Okay, if you want to say that. It's a French film.
Okay.
Mashal, you know that I have been in love with you for many, many years.
But who wouldn't be?
Sorry?
Who wouldn't be?
Who wouldn't be? Okay. All right. That guy over there. Okay. What I want to say to you is you are a famous plastic surgeon and I've seen your work.
Thank you.
What I want from you
is
for you to clone is for you to clone me. And so that I look exactly like you and sound like you.
Well, sir,
will you do that? Will you do that, Mashal?
We are bound by physical impossibilities.
Well, you're a surgeon. You can do a couple of snips and cuts.
I'm a surgeon, sir, not a magician.
Well, with that hat, you look like a magician.
No, I think I look stunning. Shut up.
You look what?
Stunning.
Sunny.
Stunning.
Oh, stunning. Acha, ठीक है. So will you do the operation?
I'll take the money.
Uh-huh.
But there's no guarantees of what you come out looking like.
Okay, look. I don't have any money. But I have some chocolate.
Okay, I was going to pull out a handgun if you tried anything smart.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'll be taking that. What's that?
Thank you very much. Marshall, we're running out of time, but it seems to me that I could talk to you for 3 hours and 27 and a half minutes. More.
That was very precise.
Yes. Virgo. And you're Aquarius?
Yes.
I seem to get that feeling that you're very warm. You warm up very much towards Virgo through your... Yes.
I don't know what gave you that feeling, but it's completely off. I hate Virgos.
Thank you.
Not you, though.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
What are the nice things about me, Marshall, do you think, or you feel that is different from the usual Virgo? That's really taking a long time to think about. I mean, it's so...
I mean, the thing is that when you said you're a Virgo, you really threw me off, so it's just going to take me some time to recover. Okay.
It's been lovely having you as a guest, and it's really, really nice to know, on a serious note, that we have such amazing acters.
No, thank you so much for having me. Your show is lovely.
Why? Why is it lovely?
Because my friend is the producer.
Okay. And your friend is quite lovely too.
Yes, he is.
Even though he's a guy, he's okay, it's fine.
No, he's great. I love Faizan.
Okay. No, before we leave, before we let you go, I hope your shoes aren't killing you. Before we let you go, is there something that you'd like to say to your fans and people who love you and drool all over you? You'd like to say to them?
So I just want to thank everyone who supported me, who's been there, who's, especially those who've kind of been there from the beginning of the journey, which was 3 years ago. And it really warms my heart to see people making these. They spend so much time sending such wonderful messages, and I try my best to read as many of them as I can. And so thank you for all the love, and it's because of you guys that we are where we are. So thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for that, Mashal, and I have this feeling that very soon I'm going to be seeing you on not only on the screen, but on the international screen. You have all the qualities and more of an international actor. God bless you.
You
and
too.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.